Hey guys, welcome back to Pat's Two Wheels, where we talk about bikes, talk about trips, and today we've got a 2020 Sportster that I'll be taking for a ride and give you my thoughts and opinions on it. I've had this bike for about 2 years, and I'll let you know what I think. It's been a great bike. It's a lot different than anything else I've got in the garage, and it's a good time. So we'll do the walk around, and then we'll go for a ride. All right, so here we go. Harley-Davidson Sportster. Pretty clean, pretty simple. I've got a bag that I use to put some stuff in there on the side. I run some highway pegs. Tall boy seat, which gives me a little more room on the back. Highway pegs, of course. And I did do a Vance and Hines set of staggered duals. And with that, I've also did the Vance and Hines fuel controller. So let's take a look and see what she sounds like. There you go. She looks good, she sounds good. Little twist of the throttle here. Runs very clean. Looking good. Oh, and of course, those progressive shocks. Big difference, and I'll stick in a shot to show the difference between the stock shock and what the aftermarket shock looks like, but big difference in ride quality with the aftermarket shocks. There you go. Looking good. This is a really cool bike. It is obviously not the most sporty, most powerful bike, but there is just something cool about a Sportster. Once I heard somebody say everybody should have a Sportster in their garage, and yeah, I agree. There's just something about it. It's kind of takes you back, I think. For me, it takes me back. It's funny too. First time I ever rode a Sportster, and it was Staff Sergeant Ramos, and he had a 1200 Sportster in Indianapolis. He let me ride that bike for the first time. I'll never forget it, because as soon as I rode it, I was just like, holy smokes, this thing is fun. I'd never been on a Harley before, and yeah, it shakes, it quakes, it does all those things, but there's something just visceral, and there's something just tough about a Sportster, and you only get that from a Sportster. It's just very cool. So yeah, we'll take it out for a little ride today, stretch the legs. This is a 2020, I've got 3,500 miles on it, and it's been just a really good bike. Ride it, put gas in it, change the oil. The stock suspension is really lacking on these. I want to say, I'll have to look it up, 2.2 inches, but I went to the progressive shocks, gained a couple inches, and so there's a lot more travel now in the back. I didn't mess around with the front, but where I really felt that jarring was in the back end of the bike. and so that's taken care of. It rides a lot better now. But other than that, it's pretty stock, and I kind of like it. A lot of traffic ahead for Wilkesboro. This is not typical. I wonder what's going on. I haven't gone 5 miles and they're trying to kill me already. What the hell? Huh, it's kind of weird. I guess the fire department's here, so what if something is going on or what? This is just crazy, man. You know what? Forget this. Can't even get to the light, dude. I will go back this way. You know what's great, of course, it's that Sportster torque. It just pulls really great. It's got this strong feeling to it. You can feel it moving, you can feel it vibrating under the seat. You know, you're sitting on the top of a motor here. It's pretty cool. So, you know, I've got to say the Sportster is just one of those bikes that you have it because it makes you feel good, in my opinion. And it is so different than anything else. And it's fun. It's one of those bikes you kind of you scrape on the corners, the foot pegs, and you hold the throttle wide open, and it's just a lot of fun to ride. This thing has got the small peanut tank on it, so the small tank is only good really for 100 miles. I get near 100, I go fill up. So it's not going to be a bike you take on a long trip, but if you want to do it like I'm doing here today, we'll just jump on the bike, ride some back roads, just have a good time. That's what this bike is about. It's one of those miles per mile kind of bikes that just fun to ride. This bike, I picked it up at Crossroads Harley-Davidson here in Wilkesboro. Great bunch of guys. And Micah is the salesman there. We bought several bikes up there, and the guy is just awesome to work with. Really knows bikes. If you're in the Wilkesboro area, definitely stop in and see those guys. Wilkesboro, North Carolina. Crossroads Harley-Davidson. And just stopping there, I'll point out as well too that You know, the brakes once again on this thing are not also phenomenal. Single disc up front and a disc out back. It stops it just fine, but it's not a crazy good brake setup. But once again, it's that pretty basic bike. You know, there are no modes on this thing. 5 basic speeds. It's got fuel injection, and it's just a pick it up and ride it kind of bike. Very simple, very basic, which is nice. I like the simplicity. Beautiful day in North Carolina. See the mountains up there? You know, having put a couple thousand miles on this, I can really see why people like these. At one point in time, I tried to put a Fairy on here as well, Batwing, and it actually seemed to make the wind buffeting worse. So I took it off, went back to just a standard stock little fly screen that's there. So I guess my point is, I felt like you've got to kind of take the Sportster for what it is, and it's a bare bones, you're riding in the wind kind of motorcycle. And as long as you take it for that, take it for what it is, everything is good. Well, today's been a quick ride. Just wanted to take you out on the Harley, give you a chance to see what it's like. And it's a good feeling machine. It's a good time. I guess if you get a chance and you haven't ever had a chance to ride one, get out there, take one for a spin. Once again, just want to say thanks for joining me on today's ride. This is Pat's Two Wheels signing out on the way back to the house. Take care. Oh yeah.